Last week in Knock Hill, the title fight tightened to a razor's edge. Kieran Lifflander edged out Evan McFarlane in qualifying by just 0.02 of a second. Then both delivered in their heats to set up the showdown we all expected. But when the lights went out, disaster struck again for the reigning champion. Another lap 1 crash derailed Evan's race, dropping him 5 points behind Lifflander heading into the finale for the second season in a row. But if history has taught us anything, it's that the Californian kid knows how to rise when it matters most. 4 straight seasons, 4 straight clutch performances, but this season feels a little different. Both drivers have been erratic, trading domination for disaster, crashes or victories, checkers or wreckers. And now it all comes down to this. The 33rd NASA Rallycross World Championship reaches its climax. Will Evan McFarlane make it 5 in a row, tying Philip Kraus for second all-time in titles? Or will Kieran Lifflander finally seal his place in history as the 13th world champion in as many years? We go green in hell to decide a champion, live next on ASN. Our track this week is Longbonin Hell Rallycross, first raced by NASA in 2020. It features 7 corners and demands total precision with blind corners, bumpy braking zones, and unforgiving curbs ready to punish any mistake. The reverse entry joker requires full commitment, making restraint the fastest way around. At Hell, slower truly is faster. In NASA Rallycross, after open practice, our drivers head into single-car 3-lap qualifying. The order is then inverted for our 5-lap heat races, and if you win your heat, you're straight to the feature with 2 bonus points. The rest of the drivers head to the semifinals, also 5 laps. The top half of each race advances with the top 3 earning extra points, and that'll set the stage for a 10-lap feature. And unique to NASA Rallycross, no matter the split, drivers must take 2 jokers across the afternoon. The 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship concludes today, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, and NASA and ASN are proud to welcome you to the 11th running of the Norwegian Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of NASA sim racing for the past 4 years as it comes to a close this afternoon. Also by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for camera support all season. And finally, by Alex Abetti, producer of the wonderful official NASA theme music. Brian, this is it. We have basically a winner-take-all. It's a little bit different. How are you, and what are we thinking heading into the finale?
Hey, Josh. I'm feeling pretty good today. Excited to see what can happen. It's, I think, our 3rd season in a row that we've come to a winner-take-all scenario. Though it might not be a winner-take-all scenario, I know there's all sorts of things that could happen with the qualifying points and drop weeks. So I'm sure we're in for an interesting race today. Hell's one of those tracks where you really have to be super precise. You can't come into it not having practice at all.
I wrote quick title permutations on kind of one side of the coin before we went live. I know we don't have a graphic for it, but we'll take a look at points in a minute. But right now, in a perfect world, Evan McFarlane must win seeding, so fastest in qualifying, win his heat race, and win the Grand Prix. Kieran must win his heat. If he finishes 3rd in the Grand Prix, then they tie on points, but the tiebreaker would go to Evan with 4 wins. All of that to say that Evan has not been on the podium this season except when he's won races, Brian. I didn't believe that until I looked through the results.
Yeah, I was talking to Evan a little bit about that last night. I was like, dude, you've had an either I win or I die season. I go, if we go to a tie, you owe Zach Blanche's championship. Zach Blanche is the only other driver in this series that's won a race besides these two kids.
And think about it this way. I was actually thinking last night before I went to sleep, I said, if Kieran didn't jump the start in Daytona, we would have a whole nother scenario. Because I think Kieran finished second or third in Daytona because of that penalty. But let's take a look at points.
He finished second, yep.
Before we roll into qualifying, Brian, take us through them.
All right, so we got Kieran Lifflander sitting 5 points over Evan McFarlane, 194 to 189. Zach Blanche probably securely in third position this evening with 169 points. Matthew Lindy, Klaus Kreutzer, Josh Darnell, Marcus Simmer, Devin Hughes, Jake Robichaux, and Octavio Rondoletto are the rest of the top 10. For the teams, very certain the TWR Super Squad has locked that one in over almost 200 points over JC Simsport in second place. Control Z Racing at 213. Kieran Lifflander racing at 211, looking to get on the podium there. TWR Fiesta Siesta, Byte 500. Slaypex Racing by TWRS, Control Z Ford, Control Z Subaru, and TO Racing. And my God, guys, if you would just go Control Z, Control X, and Control V, get the whole gamut, I would be a very happy camper.
Eric Dubois, if you're watching, change those team names up for 2026A.
I want copy, paste, undo, redo. That'd be fun.
Before we head to qualifying, I just want... Can you pull up these practice times super quick, just so everyone can see? Is that possible? Because
absolutely.
Look at the... Well...
Maybe I can.
Maybe
I'm good.
Look at this. Go to the interval. It's 0.067 between McFarlane and Lifflander in practice. I am ready. Let's head to qualifying for the Norwegian Grand Prix. And I'm shaking during my intro because this series has been amazing. We only have 6 cars today. Like we've mentioned, we're going back to Mondays for the World Championship. Super excited to see what's going to happen in 26A. But despite the fact that we've only got 5 or 6 cars, Brian, every single week, you have no clue what is going to happen. We head to qualifying. Let's see who the first car is. Jake Robichaux in the 69. As we round the final corner.
The qualifying here, Josh.
I was going to say the same thing.
You're instantly on your first lap. You're not having to do 3 out laps to get the car started.
So we've got Robichaux beginning his lap. McFarlane right behind him in car number 1, Daryl Young. And I think Kieran's going to wait for Evan's first lap to see what the world champion will do.
Exactly.
And Kieran with a 5-point lead. Zach Blanche is on track. McFarlane down the hill in turn 5, ripping the curb. Oh, I cannot get over that. You go a millimeter too far on that curb, it's going to pull you. Did he get a slow? I think he got a 0x. Yeah.
I think you get 1 out lap here, so I don't think he cares too much.
No, this is his first lap according to iRacing timing. So he's got 2 more. Jake Robichaux sets the benchmark, 38.6. It was a 38.2 despite that slowdown. What could have been for McFarlane? And no Lifflander just yet. Daryl Young, 37.0, the Canadian from Ontario, goes P1. Josh Darnell, P2, 37.3.
If I'm Evan today, I don't know if he's thinking about it. I think he said he's got some strategies in play today. If I'm him, my strategy is I'm going to the LCQ. I need that extra bonus point. So if you don't know, heat winner gets 2 points and they get the bonus of instantly going to the feature. The LCQ winner gets 3. Evan needs every point he can. Is that faster or slower than he hit in practice, Josh?
I'll pull it up really quick. He ran a 35.7 in practice.
Right. So
Kieran Lifflander on track. Newly two-time Lights World Champion. Kieran Lifflander's on track, but we will follow the current World Champion, Evan McFarlane, car number 1, looking for 5 straight World Championships. These 2 kids, incredibly quick. Zach Blanche goes to second quick. Can McFarlane improve on his final lap in car number 1? Over the jump, 36.002. He improves, but he does not go to a 35. Lifflander's at the bottom of the hill. Very messy for the kid from South Carolina. I don't know if that's going to be a slowdown, Brian.
I'm not sure either. It was near the end, and if you do that near the end, yeah, sometimes it's hit or miss whether you're going to get it at that point in the turn.
Let's go on board, and with his camera, I want to see this focus for this lap. Through the bumps, down the hill, through 4, into 5. So deceiving when you can brake. Brake on the asphalt. Use the curb to rotate. Do not use too much of that curb. Otherwise, it'll pull you like it did for him last lap. Up the hill. Lined crest. Be braver on the wall. Don't be afraid of it. And into turn 7. What will Liftlander do? His first lap is a 37.0 due to the slowdown. He gave it up. Oh.
Interesting. So
I remember we both had a conversation. Sorry, Bri. We both had a conversation with them saying you want to bank your laps.
Yeah, but he's not going to get the setup he wants into that third lap. And, I mean, you don't get the setup you want into that third lap. And I don't think that's the turn 1 he wants either.
He needs to get second in qualifying. If this does not happen, the gap could evaporate in qualifying. Into the wall. Did he hit the wall on entry?
He did not. He's good to go.
Turn 5. One last time, up the crest. Use the grass to get the car to rotate. Over the crest, down the hill, into 7. He ran a 37.0. He's got to make up a second on McFarlane. Off the final corner, over the jump. What will Liftlander do across the line? 36.2. The world champion's got the upper hand on Liftlander in qualifying. That makes the gap, technically, now 4 points.
Evan McFarlane, Kieran Liftlander, Zach Blanche, Josh Tarnell, Daryl Young, Jake Robichaux, RR6. That's our qualifying. Done and dusted. Josh, we can take a look at our schedule if you'd like. We got a little bit of time.
You can go ahead. I am inputting points right now, Brian.
Absolutely. So, coming up on ASN. Tomorrow, we got the Rallycross Futures and Lights World Championships finale. We're going back to Iowa. Because their Iowa got rained out. It's going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern time for the Futures if you're racing in that series. And if you're looking to watch, Lights are at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be Josh Mertz, Josh Darnell, and Alex Larson for that broadcast.
Surprise!
Happy birthday to my wife. I'm taking the day off. Surprise is right, Josh. NASA Crosscar Challenge. Crosscar has been announced by iRacing. It is being released in a couple weeks here, and we are going to kick that off with a brand new series. The NASA Crosscar Challenge will be 6 weeks. Pretty much the same format as we have here, but we're going to alternate off-road and rallycross courses. We're going to go Wheatland, Phoenix, Bark River, Winton, and Crandon. That's going to start on December 14th at 8 p.m. That's Sunday. That's filling in the Lights slot. This series will likely replace NASA Futures and Lights.
I just want to comment. Go ahead, Brian. So sorry. Go.
Yeah. In January, SimCar returns, kicking off their Grand Am series in Daytona. That was a fun one last time. Excited to go back with that. Daytona, Watkins Glen looks like our start for the season. That's going to be a lot of fun. And one I don't think you know about, Josh, is NASA's going to run a fun series on Monday. We're just going to have Miata Mondays.
Ooh.
It's something I want to drive in, so that's not being broadcast. I want to drive in that one, so
how dare you?
We'll be doing that. I know.
I got excited because not only do we get Wheatland, right? I had no clue that Winton's being released. So we will have an Australian Rallycross Grand Prix. And I remember back in the day, I think I tried to make Bathurst into a Rallycross track. It never worked. So we could never go to Australia. This is going to be super cool to have that happen. And qualifying obviously is done and dusted. We are set to go.
Yeah, that one
to the
was
first heat race.
Very, very tight to the. I don't know the expression.
To the chest, very tight to the chest. I think is the very tight to the vest to the chest. Words are hard.
Halfway through.
Alrighty.
But yeah, there was no announcement or anything for that.
Heat 1. Young, Blanche, and McFarlane. Daryl Young finished second in contenders on Monday. That was wild to see the Canadian. I poked fun, lovingly, of course, at Daryl when I said, back in Barcelona when I had to disqualify you. That was a year and a half ago, and now second place in a contenders race. The KLR team, the whole squad, has shown immense development over the last season. Zach Blanche, winner in Daytona. Like we mentioned, Brian, what could have been if Kieran didn't jump the start in Daytona? This would be a whole different scenario. And McFarlane,
if they tied,
sorry, Brian, go ahead.
If they tied, it'd be 4 wins apiece, and then it'd definitely go to Kieran on countback because Evan aside from winning, hasn't had the best of seasons.
I don't recall a season. I don't want to use the word bad, right? But that's the only word I can use. Well, I'll get to my point after the start. Heat 1 in Norway. Green flag. Off the line. Blanche in the middle. Young on the inside. And McFarlane eases his way through in the back of the field. I don't recall a season that is this topsy-turvy. I mean, I think in the early days of the iRacing side of NASA, when we saw a lot of cars every week, but I recall way back in 2012, I think it was one of Dylan Livingood's seasons, 2012C, he never won a race. He was crashing or finishing on the podium, and he never won, and won the championship that season. But McFarlane being so topsy-turvy this season is bananas as Young leads at the end of the first lap. And all three of them take to the Joker.
All right. Now, if I'm Evan in this race, Josh, you got friends in this race. You got Zach Blanche, same team. I know I got a point up on Kieran in the qualifying.
Yeah.
I'm letting Blanche win this race. I'm going to sit nicely behind him, try and both cars get past Young, and let Blanche be on pole for the race. That will help Evan out. You get 2 points, 2-point advantage going into the feature, where you get, I believe, 3 points. Yeah, you get 3 points on Kieran, and I think that will result in the tie.
Ryan, you broke the session.
What do you mean I broke the session?
There's only 3 laps in this heat race.
Oh. And we got Blanche losing control. I typed 5.
I believe you. Well, I think Evan knows. Evan knows he doesn't want to win this race. I noticed Barney throwing the white flag, and I got really confused. Blame the iRacing UI. So Daryl Young will win heat number 1, McFarlane, to the semifinal.
Right. Well. Interesting. Let's go look at the rest of the rules for this race. We got heats with Joker, 3 laps. Let's see. Heat 4 is skipped. And it looks like it's okay. Josh, we might have an issue here.
We might have an issue here.
It looks like there's no LCQ.
Oh, good. There is not. Did it skip it?
I told it. I set up the session with everybody there, and I said, hey, guys, this is how we're doing it.
Well, I'll commentate like we're going. If you want to investigate that, we'll figure it out. Liftlander green flag, Darnell and Robichaux down to the first corner. Darnell on the berm in the 029. Yeah, it's going to be a track cut. I think, at least. He gives up a little bit of time. Liftlander in the 20. Robichaux and Darnell. Yeah, it says no consolation, so that'll be a little interesting. We could take these results, though. We can figure it out as we roll, I guess. Liftlander leads at the end of the first lap. Welcome to NASA, where stuff breaks out of our control, so we go ahead and try and figure it out as we go. And interesting, Kieran's using... So there's a little bit of asphalt on that driver's left that's textured like dirt. It'll pull you and rip you faster. Exiting the Joker. Over the curve, around goes Liftlander! In the 20! He saves it. Liftlander leads at the end of the second lap. Technically, I guess, white flag. As the good news is, we might be able just to do one heat race, potentially, and go from there. I'm not too sure, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, we're going to probably go to break after this heat race. I have an idea of what we're going to do to get the LCQ involved here. So we will probably be taking quite an extended break to fix that.
Welcome to live production. Stuff happens, but we roll with it. Figure it out as we go. So Liftlander will win the second heat race. That technically gives him a 6-point lead, but McFarlane's in the semifinals, so this is going to be interesting. Checkered flag. Liftlander, Robichaux, and Darnell. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We have to step aside a little bit early. Figure this out. Don't go away. We'll be back as soon as we can be. Stay tuned.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Between these two and Terminal, this is going to get spicy.
turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. In the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up and into the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to this spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
for the jump to begin the first lap clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Rackster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
We welcome you back to round number 8 of the NASA Rallycross World Championship after the technical difficulties that we've been having. And I think we figured it out.
Darnell.
Apparently, you're Josh Darnell. You've changed your name and your appearance. That's great. As Josh Mertz alongside Brian Sawyer getting ready for this one. You got dogs barking in the background. We got some stuff happening. Let's see if this works. We're going to figure it out live and go from there. There we go. Alrighty. So, looks like everything's normal. Everything's fine. So, act like the last 10 minutes haven't happened. The grid for the semifinal: Evan McFarlane on pole position, Zach Blanche, Josh Darnell, and Jake Robichaux. 5 laps, 2 jokers. So, Brian, now we figure out, can Evan get these bonus points as we get ready to go green?
I think so. He's starting on pole. He should have been starting in second, but iRacing gods decided this, and they're off.
Green flag. McFarlane, Blanche, Robichaux, and Darnell. Jokering is Blanche. Jokering is Darnell. Darnell the inside of Blanche. Nearly contact between them in the Joker. And down the hill, McFarlane leads Robichaux. Over the curbs. No issue for McFarlane. Up the hill. And then back down the hill. Top 3 get points. Everybody transfers. And we had a little intermission meeting with all the drivers, and they say, why can't we just skip the semifinal? I said, well, they award points. Back in the day, we used to just skip it if there were 6 cars. But they award points. And Darnell's using the berm and the Joker, Brian. Interesting. We saw that on Monday. I didn't think the supercars would do it.
Yeah, no, it's a decent strategy in these cars. You just get your rear end up, and it just starts putting power in the direction you need. Kind of like how you do there. You just kind of slip the tires out into the outside dirt and just really try and get the car pointed in the direction you want. And just straight power right out of it. What I'm interested in seeing, Josh, is I guess how Evan bouncy in that Joker. How well Kieran can hold his composure together. I mean, he raced if we were in the normal session, I think we'd be pretty much finishing the heat by now, but he just had to do a 10-minute intermission there.
And that's a good point.
You gotta hold it together. Hold the nerves in.
I remember there'd be times where I run my best race in a heat race. And the feature, you win the heat race and you transfer in, you have to wait through those heats, you have to wait through the semifinal, you have to wait through warm-up, and you don't run your best race in the feature. And he needs to run his best race. Him and Evan, but Evan's on track right now. So Evan has laps happening right now versus it's been a decent amount of time for Kieran. So luckily he has the warm-up coming in a couple minutes. As we ride on board and looking at Jake Robichaux, car number 69. Oldest winner in the NASA Rallycross Challenge.
Like you say, for this track, slow is fast on this track. You heard in that turn 2 as soon as we went on board. It sounded like his car went mute. It's just nobody puts down power in that second corner. You just let your momentum carry you, and multiple spots here, you're just not on the gas at all. You're just kind of sliding the car.
McFarlane through the Joker. Blanche to the regular course. So that gap will be 3 points, I think. We'll have to see.
I believe
over
it
the
will
crest.
Be.
As McFarlane wins the semifinal. Blanche second, so that'll be 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th for Darnell and Robichaux. And our grid is set in Norway. Now, I don't want to step aside for this break. What I want to do is just...
We're going to take these guys drop some laps.
We're going to take a minute all together and figure this out as we go.
Everybody gets some track time.
Let's see. We're going to do this live. So Evan, Blanche, and Darnell. So more inside baseball on that. So that gives Evan 2 points over Kieran. The gap drops from 5-3. Now, if Evan wins the race and Kieran finishes second, it is a tiebreaker. It is a winner-take-all now.
Yep, yeah.
It's a winner-take-all now.
That's what I was saying. You're like, what are all the permutations? I'm like, well, it really depends on how they qualify. If somebody biffs qualifying...
Look at these guys.
It's pretty much over.
This is practice for a few moments from now. Between two of the fastest kids on dirt road on iRacing, Evan McFarlane and Kieran Lifflander. Evan, 17 from California, 4-time consecutive world champion. Kieran, 18 from South Carolina, 2-time Lights world champion, over 10,000 dirt road iRating. And to put that into perspective for anyone new hanging out with us, first of all, welcome. And what is it, Brian? You start out with 1,000 or 1,500 iRating? And he's 10,000.
Let me tell you, as somebody who's around 6, once you get up to about 5,000 or 6,000, every win you get about 2 points.
I have 5,500, and it stopped moving around 5,000. It's crazy. That means you are in the car day and night, lap after lap after lap. And it's been so much fun to watch over going on 14 years for the NASA Rallycross Challenge. Obviously, we're doing things a little bit out of order. I want to go over a couple of friends of NASA Rallycross that bring us the NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN. I want to thank Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. I want to thank Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of NASA Sim Racing. It comes to a close after 4 years. Comes to a close this afternoon. Helped us out. It might be a little sappy and soapboxy, but when our backs were against the wall, Rob stepped up, helped us out for that. I want to thank Andrew Cardinale IV and Whiplash Sim Cams, bringing us these incredible camera angles, no matter the track, no matter the car, no matter the series. Facebook.com/WSimCams. And Alex Avetti, producer of the wonderful NASA Rallycross theme music. He came to me one day and he said, Josh, you need a theme song. I said, yeah, Alex, what do you got? He said, what do I want? What do you want? I said, give me one that's like the F1 theme song. And he delivered, and it's incredible. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, we're on the dark web. We're gunning for 1,000 subscribers. We're around 915, I think was the last time I checked. We're getting close. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the info at nasasimracing.com, including the NASA Cross Car Challenge, debuting on December 14th.
Yeah, Josh, I was going to say, speaking of something for everyone, tomorrow night, NASA Rallycross and Futures concludes their seasons at Iowa. We're going to do our makeup race. That will be at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Futures, 9 p.m. for the Lights. It's going to be Josh Darnell, Josh Mertz, and Alex Larson in the truck for that cast. And then in about a month, NASA Cross Car Challenge is making its debut. iRacing is releasing us a new car that can go on the off-road tracks and the Rallycross tracks. So we're going to take on the both. We're going to alternate week by week for a quick 6-week season because we don't want to sit on that car and not do anything for a while. So we're going to go Wheatland, Phoenix, Bark River, Winton, RX, which is a brand new track for us. So is Wheatland, but we're getting a new Rallycross track too, which is awesome. And then we're finishing off that series at Crandon. SimCar's back in January in about 2 months on the 15th. They're going to kick off in Daytona. That was a great race last time. Probably going to be a great race again. But that's all we got coming up.
Give a couple shout outs. Some of the guys hanging in chat. Jason Hook, one of the Australians, used to race with Digital Global Racing back in 2022, I believe. Miss your face, my friend. Hopefully you and your squad could come back at some point. We got Matty Grove, former Contenders champion. He commented in the chat. He said, it's like 5 in the morning. I got my coffee. I got some race cars. I think I got Chris Lunan. Hopefully I don't have the YouTube handles mistakenly switched. And we've also got 2-time world champion Cody Erdman, who happens to be sitting in my living room. But he's hanging out with us on the chat. He came up behind me in the office, and he said, I want to go fast. As we were dealing with our technical difficulties, we got Alex Larson. We got everyone hanging out. This has been so much fun in 2025, whether it was from the NASA Rallycross Challenge, the World Championship, NASA Rallycross making its debut at the Sim Gaming Expo, We had a couple of guys brand new to NASA due to that expo. It's been so much fun this year. Of course, we still have a month and a half left with the Cross Car Challenge next month.
Josh, I want to show you something.
Yes, Brian.
Look at that interval again.
Oh my God. 0.011 between these two. They're practicing starts.
Yeah, Kieran has been practicing starts, and it looks like he's been practicing starts in the Joker pretty much the whole thing. He ripped a lap or two, but most of his laps have just been practice and setup. And it really, like,
second changes.
Most forms of racing, you say the race isn't won in the first turn. In Rallycross, sometimes it is. There's 6 cars, and if you can get out front, especially on a technical track like this, you might have won. Yeah, Joker rotations are a thing.
Go ahead, Bryce. Sorry.
That was about it. Joker rotations are a thing, but if these two, like, they hold consistent lap times like they do, it doesn't mean much. It's the first 2 or 3 turns is what really the big difference is. Evan's going to be starting in 3rd. He's going to be on the outside. He's got the opportunity to take the Joker straight off the rip if he wants to, which that'll be an interesting decision.
Oh, 0.003 between them in warm-up. This... Every single season that passes, it just... I get more and more flabbergasted with what we witness. And this sounds like a dig at iRacing at the beginning. It's not. Hang with me. We haven't had a new track, except for next month. We haven't had a new track since 2022. So you'd say, oh, okay, so you can figure out the line. That's boring. Whatever. I say it every single week, ladies and gentlemen. We see crazy stuff. I don't see the guys running the berm in the Joker until tonight. I've never seen that, and iRacing's ran it hell. They've had this track since 2020. I haven't seen that.
I mean, we haven't gotten any major updates, but we get things that affect the cars. New dirt models that just inadvertently affect Rallycross. We got the new damage model in the cars. They changed the size of the gas tanks. Minor things have happened in these cars to do things. I'm not a big fan of the gas. Oh, bye, Blanche.
See ya.
Thank you so much, Blanche. I'm so excited.
Vehicular gymnastics competition goes to Zach Blanche. We got a lot on the line here, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin to grid for the Norwegian Grand Prix. Evan McFarlane, 3rd on the wins list, looking for his 22nd Grand Prix victory and his 5th World Championship in a row. Kieran Lifflander looking to break the tie he has with Francois Martel and instead tie the man sitting in my living room, Cody Erdman, for 5th all-time on the wins list with 18. Kieran is looking for his first NASA Rallycross World Championship. Our grid: Daryl Young, Kieran Lifflander, Evan McFarlane, Zach Blanche, Josh Darnell, and Jake Robichaux. It is 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers for the 33rd NASA Rallycross World Championship. It's winner take all between the two kids for the 4th consecutive season. Thanks for joining us all season on ASN as we get ready to crown a champion in Norway. Green flag in Norway. Off the line. Better jump for Lifflander in the middle. Blanche looks in the middle between the two KLR cars. Jokering was Blanche, was Lifflander. On the outside, Blanche rips the curb. Lifflander leads. Between those two, at least. Regular course, Young, Darnell, and Robichaux. Blanche out of it. Will we see some team shenanigans with Blanche and Young at the head of the field for their 2 teammates? We will just have to wait and see. Into turn 5, nice and clean, are the top 3. McFarlane over the curb. The immense pressure between these two, Brian, as Young leads at the end of the first lap.
That's something you've got to be so careful about. Even just over-rotating your car just that little bit cost him about a half a tenth, and that's huge. That's huge when you're racing somebody that runs mirroring lap times.
Jokering as Darnell backs up to avoid hitting car number 1. Young still leads. Robichaux in 2nd. Lifflander 3rd, down to turn 5. McFarlane to the inside, hitting the curb. Also hitting the curb is Young in the 25. He comes out in front of his teammate, in front of McFarlane. McFarlane's got to send it, passes the 25. Robichaux in the way now between these two. Over the curb, over the mounds was McFarlane as we end the 2nd lap. Robichaux leads. Liftlander
We're gonna see
second.
Kieran Joker right here. Kieran needs to get away from... Oh, he does not.
He doesn't. As Daryl into the back of McFarlane. To the inside goes the world champion to second.
I don't want to say it, but Jake Robichaux, get out of the way. You are not in first in this race. You have not taken your Joker yet. These two boys are coming through.
I am shaking in this rig right now, watching these two battle for this championship. It is every single season. I talked to Chloe last night. I said, playoffs? Who needs playoffs when you got 8 weeks and these kids are furiously battling? We don't need any points resets here. We end the third lap. Liftlander leads 36.5. They ran identical lap times. 36.523 for both of them.
It's about you can't get any closer. Evan is just
Nudging
trying to lift up
Liftlander as
the rear
McFarlane.
end, trying to force a small error.
Into turn 5. Liftlander over the curb. McFarlane over the... He is parking the bus, is Kieran, in the 20 to maintain this lead ahead of Lift and McFarlane into the wall. Saves it. Lap 5 beginning. Robichaux, Blanche, Darnell, and Young. No disrespect to them. We watched the World Championship battle unravel before us. That running order has not changed. It's half a second between them. Kieran was a 10th up on McFarlane the last time around.
If I'm Evan, I am not ripping that Joker until Kieran does. If I'm Kieran, I'm holding on to the Joker until the last lap.
Make him pull the pin.
Go first, yes. I'm assuming we're going to see a lap 9 Joker from Evan, because Evan's going to hold on as long as he can.
Cross flags, halfway home in the final race. It's a winner-take-all between Liftlander and McFarlane. So much on the line between these two. Lap times 36.279 to a 36.263. 100th up was McFarlane on Liftlander.
And honestly, if I'm Evan, take it lap 8. You get to run lap 9 as fast as you can. Kieran takes at lap 9, and he has to run lap 10 as fast as he can. Basically comes down to who can run the faster solo lap.
I cannot believe how perfect you have to be. You thought that we were perfect in the Lights World Championship, Brian. That was the old man league until these kids showed up. 4 laps to go. Liftlander defending the inside. McFarlane's tired of it. He wants to find a way around. He was 2/10 up on Liftlander the last time around.
Yeah, he's trying to push him wide into turn 2 here and just nudge him just to give a little gap so he can slip on in the inside for this dirt turn. He wants to make the pass here, but he needs to be on the inside through 2 and 3.
Now, what's tricky with this Joker is you have to commit. You have to send it. It's a lot like Knockhill. So Evan has the ability to flat-foot it, but if you're Kieran, do you park the bus in the middle of the corner? 3 laps to go in the season.
I'm not
Will we see a Joker? Liftlander, they both Joker!
Oh,
to the inside goes McFarlane.
That might have just decided the race, Josh.
Yeah. 2 to go. And I don't suspect that I'll see, or we will see, a move. I think McFarlane knows. The gap is 3/4 of a second into turn 5. These two have had a race win ripped away from them, hitting this curb too far. Half a second. McFarlane made up a couple tenths, Bry. He hits the wall. We watch the focus with Liftlander in the 20. 2 laps to go. Will we see the car number 1 transition to a new car for the first time in 2 calendar years? Podium is Blanche right now. Turn 3, down through 4, into 5. Liftlander, McFarlane, over the curb, 39.4 to a 39.5. We're going to have 1 lap left. I don't suspect a crazy... And McFarlane into the wall. Did he break the right front? He's trying everything he can. White flag for Kieran Liftlander. Over the jump. Into turn 1. The gap is half a second. They were equal on lap times the last time around yet again. Will the reign of Evan McFarlane end after 4 consecutive world championships? Or will he make something happen in the last half a lap?
Just a note, Josh. In the backfield, Blanche had to take a second Joker. Darnell up to P3.
Over the curbs. No issues between the two kids. There are 4/10 of a second between them. Kieran Liftlander leads ahead of Evan McFarlane down the hill around the final corner. The rain will end. McFarlane has a slowdown, and Kieran Liftlander wins the 2025B NASA Rallycross World Championship And look at the excitement on the kid from South Carolina. So many seasons of disappointment. Everything has happened to have it go wrong for him, and he gets it done, finally, in the 20. What a run. Second is McFarland. The rain ends. Darnell third. Blanche fourth. Fifth, Robichaux. And sixth, Daryl Young.
You know, Josh.
And something that I haven't been able to say, Brian, just really quick. This means that Kieran Lifflander has won both world championships in a single season. Impressive. Incredible, frankly. Impressive's not a good enough word.
He is so pumped right now.
Go ahead, Brian. What'd you have?
He banged his head so hard the headphones came off. But I'm just thinking for interviews, Josh, you're going to have to ask Josh Darnell what happened in your race, because we didn't look at him at all. We didn't look at the back of the field at all that entire race. Those two were glued to each other the whole time.
I didn't have a moment to mention. As we watch Kieran Lifflander celebrate, we're going to have some word salad here, so bear with me. Kieran Lifflander joins myself with 7, Philip Kraus with 5, Dylan Livengood and Evan McFarland with 4, Cody Erdman, Sindre Silva, Luke Kraus, and Josh Klog with 2, Brandon Lambert, Matt Hartley, Alex Abetti, and Francois Martel with a single championship each. And Lifflander becomes the 13th driver to win the World Championship in the 13 years of NASA sim racing, over 33 seasons, dating back to July 1st of 2012. And I admittedly, Brian, and you can roast me live as we still watch him celebrate. I said, I don't want Kieran running. He's too fast. You said, let him go. Let these two kids go. And I trusted, I believed you, and we have watched so much incredible action over the past 2 years. And it doesn't matter that we're finally getting a new track for the first time in 3 years. It has been awesome to watch. Let's see if we've got anybody for interviews.
Hold on. We're going to need just a second, Josh.
Did you break something?
I thought you had filled out the points, so I sorted them real quick, and it was showing. I will take care of that during these interviews. Give me one moment. Let's get it all set up here. Righty.
As we wait for Brian to be ready, are we all good?
We're all good. Let's bring up Josh
Alrighty.
Darnell.
Hey, Josh. It's Josh. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you?
Well, I'm shaking in the cockpit right now. I got some nerves. I want to tell you, unfortunately, we did not pay attention to your race at all.
It's okay.
So give me your debrief. How'd it go? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Floor is yours.
So, the heat race made some early mistakes during the heat race. Wasn't too happy about that. Coming into the feature race, I just sort of, it was interesting when I saw. So, very start of the feature race, we see 3 cars go off into the Joker, and I'm on track with Daryl Young and Jake Robichaux, and all I'm trying to maintain is as close of pace as possible to Daryl Young and Jake. I decided to take the Joker early. I'm thinking like early strategy, might be able to catch somebody out. Unfortunately, I heard Zach was spun in the Joker early. So that kind of set him back some time. But I mean, there really isn't much to debrief about. It was kind of normal. It was kind of just out there setting laps. It was an interesting race. It was a fun race for sure. I think it might be, I'm personally happy with the progress I've made all season, if I can say one thing about this race. And I think Hell showed that I've made some serious progress, like in terms of just my overall pace and consistency around getting around the track. And I really owe that to my team. They've been helping me out a lot. But it was a good race. It was a fun race. It was fun battling with Zach out there for a little bit. Trying to keep pace with him and Jake after I took my early Joker was stressful. I felt like I kept losing them, but thankfully I was able to keep the delta high and was able to sneak away with P3 again. So just early strategy came out in favor of me, and I think I might have picked that up from you, Josh. So
Well, I was going to tell Brian, we just got tied up in our podcast moment that these are the fields that I'm used to with the 6 cars and the early jokers, and it benefited me back in the day, and it benefited you with a podium, my friend. So you probably already answered this question. I'm doing 9 things at once. Who'd you like to thank for the podium? And unofficially, let me see if Brian sorted this. Unofficially, 5th place in points, my friend. Who'd you like to thank?
I definitely want to give a shout out to all of TWRS. It's been a blast racing with them. It'll continue to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to it. Shout out to Evan and Zach and all the guys over there that always show up for the races and support me and want to see me get better and help me get better as a driver and as a person. They're great guys over there. I want to thank you, Josh Mertz and Brian Sawyer, for always putting on these shows despite your busy schedules. We appreciate you guys so much. And my mom and dad, Vance, everyone that supports me and loves me. And that's it. Thank you guys again for putting on the show. It's a blast racing with you this season, and I'll see you next season.
All right, buddy. It's awesome to watch, and we will see you next season, of course. And I will see you tomorrow for the lights race.
Yes, you will, buddy. Take care, guys.
Take care, buddy. Well, kid,
Oh.
I always hate to have these interviews, right? And the rain, unfortunately, comes to an end. It's not an easy interview for sure, but I noticed you did congratulate Kieran straight away. I've always loved the sportsmanship. What are you feeling after the race today?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not that upset. Of course it'd be nice to win a championship, but I'm having fun out here just racing Kieran and all the guys, NASA, and yeah, I mean, just like reflection of the season, this race I think I really did really good. I really gave it my all, and I performed when I needed to, I feel, and yeah, in the future I just tried my best, to stay behind Kieran, force him into a mistake, because if he's in clear air, it's a lot easier to drive. So yeah, no, he just didn't break. He had a really good racing, really good driving, and yeah, the season was a wild one. I had a lot of pace, and it's unfortunate that I feel like I couldn't really show that as much as I should have, with technical difficulties and just, mistakes like knock hill. That should have never happened, but I just made a mistake. And, Kieran, he was consistent. He deserves the championship. We've been head to head all this time, and no, just it was a good season. It was fun. I had a lot of fun, and congrats to Kieran.
And I wanna ask you, now that I probably have told you, whether it's on air or off air, the number one's a heavy plate. You got a target on your back, all of that. Now you get rid of that. What are we thinking? What's the game plan? What's the preparation going to be like going into next season?
I don't know. I think that I've gotten so used to the one plate that it's kind of just like, there's pressure both being first in the championship and, defending that title and, trying to get it back. But honestly, I just I think I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing because I feel like it's been working. I've had the one plate for almost like 2 years in a row, and I think that nothing's really gonna change. And I think that next season, me and Kieran are gonna have a great battle again. So no, I honestly don't know how to feel, don't know how it's gonna be, but it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird not seeing that number one in my dash. That's for sure.
As last one, who would you like to thank as we close out this season?
Yeah, of course, I gotta give all glory to God. I'm so thankful for this race, this opportunity he's given me, and just him just being with me. And I gotta thank all of Team Watson. I think this is probably my last season with them in NASA. So I gotta thank them for the support they've had. Josh, Zach, Matthew, Chris, Jeff, Eric, like all the guys over there. It's been a lot of fun racing with them, practicing with them, and just having some banter. So I gotta give props to them. Fluid Logic, KS Industries, Modern Sports, True Speed, and just everyone who supports me. My family, and all my friends. And thank you guys for this broadcast. I appreciate it.
For sure, buddy. As the rain may come to an end, but you still haven't forgotten how to drive. So it's been a great season, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hopefully see you for cross car, but we'll for sure see you next season. Have a good one, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And last but not least, the 13th different driver to win the World Championship here in Liftlander in car number 20. You have swept the World Championships this season, and I want to ask you, what are the emotions? As we saw them, but I want to hear them from you. What are your emotions?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to set up my other webcam. Okay, we're good. I don't know. I'm really stoked. It's been a long time coming, and I've been so bummed out over the seasons in the World Championship going against Evan. And I mean, I would kind of consider him a rival, but we don't really have beef like that, compared to like if it was teams in different sports and stuff. But he's definitely someone that I've had beat and bang with like doors and stuff. So, um, yeah, the past couple seasons, it was a hell and not kill, and I had the speed to win it, and I ended up I didn't throw I got unfortunate not kill, and then I ended up throwing it away last season, and yeah, now this season it's finally something in my favor. So getting 3 wins in a row, including this race, is really special for one, but two, yeah, and above all, finally getting a championship. So in the supercars that is. So yeah, I don't know if it's been done before, sweeping the championship, one driver sweeping in the same
No.
season.
No, you are the first to do both World Championships in a single season. Yes, sir.
Well, that's definitely special too. But I think if we look at the specifics of winning a world championship, the work and effort that you need to be able to put in at the time and the hours you drain out of your personal life to make these setups and compete with some of the best in the world, it's 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 draining for sure. But at the end, if it's like this, it's something special. And obviously, I haven't really wanted that really bad. I was just playing really conservative. But yeah, I just kind of ran my race, and look in my mirror at all, and that was it. So yeah, it's definitely special. And my dad and mom came in here celebrating, and yeah, I don't know. Emotions haven't set in, but I let it all out after the race. So yeah, again, it's been a long time coming, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna soak this in.
I want to go back because while we had the very public server issue, and you won the heat race, and then all of a sudden you're off track, which would have been normal, whatever, but instead of being off track for, let's call it 3 minutes, you're off track for 15 minutes while Evan gets a track right away. What's going through your mind? I mean, clearly, obviously, in the end, you weren't affected, but was there any nerves or anything when you're off track, waiting for the server to come back up, and then you see Evan, and you're not on track until warm up?
Yeah, excuse me. I don't know. It hasn't really taken much effect into me. I think I've bettered as a driver, and mentally, I'm going into these not worrying, because the more you do that, the more stress you'll have, and yeah, it's all a part of it. I used to do that, and I think I've grown as a driver, as a person, to avoid those. And again, those are big cons that you have compared to the pros, that you need, or that you don't need actually, to race. And if I'm thinking of Evans faster than me, he's running 30 low 30 set or low 36.2s, and I'm running 32 or 36.279 or whatever my lap was in the race, then if I'm worrying about that, then it'll get to my head. So but beforehand, I mean, I'm not really caring what speed is. It's just that last third section. If I know what the problem is and I can fix it, then it's nothing really to worry about. And again, this track is just all about consistency. So, um, but yeah, like in terms of worrying and not having the same amount of track time as Evan had, I wasn't really worried at all actually. And I don't know. I was just taking a breather. I just watched him. I watched the race obviously, and I mathematically did the math. If I were to finish second, I would still win the championship, but I want to win it all and make it seem like it was something worth winning, instead of finishing second. Then, oh, you got the championship. So, um, yeah, but no, I didn't really let it get to me, and it wasn't really a problem. Again, I went into the feature, and I had a strategy, and we executed really well.
As last question, I want to ask you, you know what it is, anyone you'd like to thank for not only the win, but the first world championship in the supercar class, at least, under your belt.
Yeah, again, family, family, and a huge shout out. They've been support all season. Mom's helped me a lot. Dad's been throwing the YouTubes out there and stuff. My sister, everybody at Team KLO that makes it possible. Daryl Young, he put on a phenomenal performance. Obviously, with the amount of cars, he still made the feature, but still doing that in the last couple races of the season, including contenders. It's definitely something to be proud of. And he had I saw in the car he had a little problem. There was a bunch of dust on my screen, but I saw him go off, and I was like, okay, hopefully he doesn't rejoin right next to me. And he ended up lifting. So smart by him. But yeah, again, huge shout out to him. He's again performed very well all season. Jameson, he's back. He's gonna race tomorrow night in Iowa. Same thing with Darren. He's put on one hell of a season. He's at his prime right now. He's getting a lot better, and hopefully next season he can go run for the championship. Kevin, shout out to him, and he's gonna try to run contenders and maybe get the championship there. Clinton as well. He's growing, learning as well, and then lastly Garth on the team. Yeah, everybody's learning. It's a whole learning process, and it's a lot of fun to be with more than just a couple drivers on the team and be able to race alongside. And it's like 7 of us now, so it's a lot of fun racing with them, and very grateful for the opportunity there. Shout out to you, Josh and Brian, for putting on the show as always, and excited to move into the nighttime hours IRL, and yeah, hopefully we can get some more drivers, not 6 at hell, and maybe some more. I'm surprised Londeroso and whoever else finished top 5 didn't show up, but yeah. And then shout out to everybody at Wantech. I'm gonna be there tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at noon. I'm gonna race Johannes Wentbeck, an IRL Rallycross driver. I'm gonna try to beat him for a little trophy, and yeah, shout out to everybody over there. They're I'm pretty sure they watched this, and they're gonna watch tomorrow night. So shout out to them for all the support, and yeah, all glory to God. And yeah, definitely gonna soak this one in for sure. It's a huge relief, and I'm not. Oh well, my webcam just cut out, but yeah, yeah, it's a huge weight lift off my shoulders, and really excited for tomorrow night, and yeah, can't wait. Definitely gonna soak this one in though.
I love it. Well, great win, my friend. Great championship. I thought I was going to be on track with you tomorrow, but I have been sent back to the commentary box retirement home, so I'll be watching tomorrow night. So yeah, have a good race tomorrow, and we of course will see you next season. I don't think you'll run car number 1, and it makes me really sad, but that's just my opinion. And hopefully we'll see you in cross car. But either way, yeah, what a season, my friend.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Take care, my friend. Oh, let's take a breath over what we have watched today in Norway. It took a little bit because of iRacing being iRacing. You guys know that. But it's been super fun. Do we want to take a second look at the, unofficially, at the points before we close up this season, Brian?
Absolutely. So, Kieran Lifflander maintaining that 5-point lead, 228 to 223 over Evan McFarland. Zach Blanche secured the P3. Matt Lindy P4. Josh Darnell up 1 to the top 5. Klaus Kruster not here tonight, down to P6. Marcus Simmer, Devin Hughes, Jake Robichaux, and Octavio Rondoletto are top 10. In the team's points, TWR Subi Squad secures their title. Kieran Lifflander racing up 2 positions to 2nd. JC Simsport 3rd. TWRS Control Z Racing 4th. Fiesta Siesta, Slate Pex, Byte 500, Control Z Racing Ford, Control Z Racing Subaru, and TO Racing are the top 10. Manufacturers is Subaru. Let's look at it. Subaru 278, Ford 187, Mystery Car still 0, and VW still 0.
I'm looking through my stat book, and We've done 16 seasons in the Pioneer era on NASCAR 2003, and we just completed the 17th season on the modern era on iRacing, and it's been bananas. And we've been full-time on iRacing since 2020, and it's just wild to see. Just want to remind everyone, the NASA Rallycross Challenge all season on ASN, brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of NASA Sim Racing for the past 4 years as it comes to a close today. Helped us out when we needed it the most and stepped up and became entitlement partner and helped us through all those times. And we are looking, of course, for partners in 2026. But thank you so much to Rob and team for that. By Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the car, track, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for camera support all season. And by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. If you like what you saw today, aside from the intermission that we had, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, apparently we're on the dark web. We are looking for 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. We have I refreshed it just now, 908. I don't know if that number's correct, but I digress. So tell your friends, family, your dog, whoever it may be. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. We're looking to bring back the NASA World Rally Challenge, whether it's going to be on the WRC game or the new Assetto Corsa Rally that came out, I think, 2 days ago? We got the Cross Car little championship happening in December, and then the NASA Rallycross Challenge, I think, will be back around March. Brian, give me some programming notes. Speaking of that, give me a final thought. I'll button it up.
You want the programming notes? I'll do the programming notes. Tomorrow night, we're finishing off Futures and World Championship in Iowa, starting at 8 p.m., going to 9 p.m. That's the broadcast is split with you, Josh Darnell, and Alex Larson. NASA Cross Car Challenge kicks off in December on the 14th, about a week after the car comes out. We're going to Wheatland, Phoenix, Bark River, Winton RX, Crandon and Daytona, or Crandon and Sonoma, and SimCar returns in January in Daytona.
Super ready for that cross car stuff. Those are programming notes. We've gone over our sponsor friends. We've gone over points. What do you think of the season as a whole?
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed us trying out the invert format. We kept it the full season. We left ourselves the option to switch about halfway through, but we stuck with it. I think it was a lot of fun. Might rework some of the points, as I know some people were unhappy about the LCQ guy getting more than the heat win. We might do something about that, but we'll figure some things out. Very, very excited that today's race was, nobody made his mistake. It was just two cars glued to each other for 10 laps. That was a lot of fun to watch.
As the inverted grids, I originally thought it was kind of silly for the top splits, but it has produced, whether it's Lights World Championship or the World Championship, some phenomenal racing. You know how I am with NASA traditions, and I was very scared to do two Jokers the entire day instead of just the feature, and that has produced some amazing stuff as well. We've seen some commitment line violations in a heat race where these guys are used to running one, and then they run the second, and they have some issues. And despite having the 5 or 6 or 7 cars, it doesn't matter. The racing has been absolutely incredible to watch. And while I do enjoy that we ran on a Saturday and had opportunities to have a little bit bigger fields, and I'm not upset at that, I'm happy to condense it back down to Monday so I don't have to sit here in my rig at 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon. I can enjoy the get-together that's happening outside in my living room right now. And Brian, it's just all a fun time. Cross car is going to be great. NASA's going to return in March. SimCar in January. It's going to be fun. As the checkered flag has fallen on the NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Norway. On behalf of our entire production staff, producer Brian Sawyer, my name is Josh Mertz, as we thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Congratulations to our race winner and our 13th world champion in the history of North American simulated auto racing, Kieran Lifflander. Like I had mentioned, NASA Cross Car next month. Rallycross restarts in March. SimCar in January. But I'll be back tomorrow For NASA Rallycross, lights in Iowa. But until then, so long, everyone.